The part of Guinea, basically the report is excellent, but what we've been doing thus far with the new regime in Guinea is focalizing on our own internal procedures. What happened to that? Because external factors is important, but internal factors, reform. We are doing the big reform right now in the country. Economic reform, social reform, at the same time like political reforms. Those elements are extremely important, but diversification of economy. We are a mining country, but the biggest project right now in the world is called Simandou project. That's what we are doing. We're not only depending on the mining sector, but how we can diversify the mining sector into the economic growth, which is agriculture, which is fishery, which is transportation. That project, even though it's mining, but we are doing infrastructure project, that's going to create job for the young people. Because we have millions of African or Guinean going Europe, but the only way to get them in the country, you have to create job. That we are doing 650-kilometer railway. At the same time, deep port development that are creating more job for Guinean. The second point is about debt sustainability. Yes, we are very fortunate in Guinea because our debt to GDP is about 39%, compared to the region, which is about 6%. We have a lot of leeways that we can borrow, but we need to make sure that the international community help us in order of structural reform, debt reform, in order to move forward. Because if you look into the, some kind of financial blending, it is important that we use some blending financial mechanism by OECDs. You know, OECD has been like, since 2020, they are giving only 85%. We want to move from 85% to 95% when it comes to the concessional loan. Mm-hmm. But it's extremely important that also we look into the ECA financing. There's another area. If we can couple the ECA financing with the concessional loan, we can have a proper project. So ECA financing is extremely important for us. Mm-hmm. So likely what we need from the international community is very clear, actionable roadmap for reforms. Those are the elements that we need in order to carry forward. Lastly is the system that we are in right now. We talk about debt, we talk about all these elements, but we need to transform our resources in the country. Because for many years, we've been taking our resources out of the country. If we can transform our resources inside the country, we'll create jobs, we'll add value, we'll have transformation. That creates more opportunity to other enterprises, other companies in terms of energy sector. Because you can't transform bauxite, you can't transform iron ore if you don't have energy. So therefore, that gives opportunity to companies around the world. And lastly, the last point is the cooperation and coordination between agencies. If African Development Bank, we need to collaborate with IMF, World Bank, by regional development agencies, and also best practices that have been done in Asia, we can couple that one in our country to move forward. Thank you.